हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो अब हम देखेंगे ज्योग्राफी का टेस्ट सीरीज़, जिसमें आज हम देखेंगे सेट 3। तो इसमें ज्योग्राफी के साथ साथ करंट अफेयर्स भी है और बाकी सब सब्जेक्ट्स का भी है। तो शुरू करते हैं हमारा आज का टेस्ट सीरीज़, और आप भी मेरे साथ अटेंड कीजिए, और अगर आपको आंसर आता है तो मुझे कमेंट्स में बताइए। सो हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर पासेस थ्रू व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेट्स? मध्य प्रदेश, उड़ीसा, छत्तीसगढ़, महाराष्ट्र, वेस्ट बंगाल। चूज द करेक्ट कोड। तो इसका आंसर होगा मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़ और वेस्ट बंगाल, यानी कि ऑप्शन सी 1, 3 एंड 5। Arrange the following countries in the decreasing order of their land frontiers with India. बांग्लादेश, चाइना, पाकिस्तान, नेपाल। चूज द करेक्ट कोड। इसमें पहला आएगा बांग्लादेश, फिर आएगा चाइना, फिर पाकिस्तान और लास्ट में नेपाल, यानी ऑप्शन ए 1 greater than 2 greater than 3 greater than 4. Consider the following statements about the peninsular block. The Karbi Anglong and the Meghalaya Plateau act as its extension in the northeast. The Narmada and Tapi rivers flow in the Rift Valley created in this block. The western coast of the block is known as submerging coast, while the eastern coast as emerging coast. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, all of the above, 1, 2 and 3. Which of the following landforms indicate the youthful stage of the rivers? Gorge, waterfalls, V-shaped valley, rapids. Choose the correct code. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, all of the above, gorge, waterfalls, V-shaped valley and rapids. Consider the following statement about the Kashmir Himalayas. The valley of Kashmir is located between the Greater Himalayas and the Karakoram Range. Jhelum in the valley of Kashmir shows deviation in its usage by forming meanders. Karewa formations, which are useful for the cultivation of saffron, are found in this region. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी 2 and 3 only. Jhelum in the valley of Kashmir shows deviation in its usage by forming meanders. And third, Karewa formation, which are useful for the cultivation of saffron, are found in this region. Which of the following are correctly matched? Pass mountain range, Jozila, Pir Panjal, Banihal, Greater Himalayas, Fotula, Jaskar, Kardungla, Ladakh. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी 3 and 4 only. Fotula, Jaskar and Kardungla, Ladakh. Consider the following statements about the characteristic features associated with the different divisions of the Himalaya. Booghills are summer grasslands in the higher reaches of Himachal Himalayas. Duars are characteristic features of Darjeeling Himalayas. Manipur is known as molasses basin formed by soft unconsolidated deposits. Choose the correct code. इसका ऑप्शन है ए 1 and 2 only. Booghills are summer grasslands in the higher reaches of Himachal Himalayas, and Duars are characteristic features of Darjeeling Himalayas. Consider the following statements about the Deccan Plateau. Western Ghats are comparatively higher in elevation and more continuous than the Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats are also known as Sahyadri. Anaimuri, the highest peak of Peninsular Plateau, is located on the Nilgiri Hills of the Western Ghats. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए 1 and 2 only. Western Ghats are comparatively higher in elevation and more continuous than the Eastern Ghats. Western Ghats are also known as Sahyadri. Consider the following statement about Iceland groups of India. Barren Island, the only active volcano in India, is situated in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Lakshadweep and Miniko Islands, located in the Arabian Sea, are of coral origin. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी both 1 and 2. Barren Island, the only active volcano in India, is situated in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Lakshadweep and Miniko Islands, located in the Arabian Sea, are of coral origin. Consider the following statements about the drainage pattern. The rivers of the northern plain are examples of dendritic drainage pattern. When the rivers discharge their waste from all directions in a lake or depression, the pattern is known as radial. The rivers which follow the general direction of slope are known as the subsequent rivers. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है B1 only. The rivers of northern plain are example of dendritic drainage pattern. Which of the following rivers flow to Arabian Sea? Narmada, Tapi, Mahi, Periyar. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है D, all of the above. नर्मदा, तापी, माही और पेरियर. Consider the following statements. Waller Lake is formed by flow of Jhelum River. The canal system of the Bhakra Nangal project is fed by Satluj River. The Indus River is known as Singhi Khamwan in Tibet. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. Waller Lake is formed by flow of Jhelum River. The canal system of Bhakra Nangal project is fed by Satluj River. The Indus River is known as Singhi Khamwan in Tibet. Which of the following are tributaries of Godavari? Pranhita, Indravati, Manjira, Amravati. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए 1, 2 and 3. Pranhita, Indravati and Manjira. Consider the following statement about the local storms. Mango showers are a post-monsoon showers which is a common phenomenon in Kerala and coastal areas of Karnataka. Nor'westers are traded evening thunderstorms in Bengal and Assam which help in tea and jute cultivation. Lu is the name for cold, dry and oppressing wind blowing in the northern plains from Punjab to Bihar. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है B2 only. Nor'westers are traded evening thunderstorms in Bengal and Assam which help in tea and jute cultivation. In which of the following states in India do we find E type of climate as per Köppen's classification? In Kerala and coastal Karnataka, in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, in Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, in Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, इन जम्मू कश्मीर, उत्तराखंड एंड हिमाचल प्रदेश. Consider the following statements about grants in aid made by the Parliament. Additional grant is granted when a need has arisen during the current financial year for additional expenditure upon some new service not contemplated in the budget for that year. Excess grant is granted when money has been spent on any service during a financial year in excess of the amount granted for that service in the budget for that year. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, बोथ 1 and 2. Which of the following receipts form a part of the Consolidated Fund of India? All revenues received by the Government of India, all money received by the government in repayment of loans, provident fund deposits, all loans raised by the government by the issues of treasury bills, loans or ways and means of advances, judicials and savings bank deposits. Choose the correct code. तो इसका आंसर है B 1, 2 and 4 only. All revenues received by the Government of India, all loans received by the government in repayment of loans, all money received by the government in repayment of loans, and all loans raised by the government by the issue of treasury bill, loans or ways and means of advances. In which of the following circumstances does the Constitution empowers the Parliament to make laws on the subjects enacted in the state list? When Rajya Sabha passes a resolution demanding its enactment, when a state makes request to the Parliament with two-thirds majority of its assembly, when President rule is in operation in the state. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option B 1 and 3 only. When Rajya Sabha passes a resolution demanding its enactment, and when President's rule is in operation in the state. Through which of the following instruments does the Lok Sabha express lack of confidence in the government? By passing a no confidence motion, by passing a cut motion, by rejecting a money bill, by not passing a motion of thanks on the President's inaugural address. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option D, all of the above. By passing a no confidence motion, by passing a cut motion, by rejecting a money bill, and by not passing a motion of thanks on the President's inaugural address. Consider the following statements with respect to the powers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. A constitutional amendment bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha and not in the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha can reject or amend a money bill. A resolution for the discontinuance of the national emergency can be passed only by the Lok Sabha and not by the Rajya Sabha. Choose the correct code. Please consider option C 3 only. A resolution for the discontinuance of the national emergency can be passed only by the Lok Sabha and not by the Rajya Sabha. Public Accounts Committee was set up under the provision of which of the following acts? Government of India Act of 1909, Government of India Act of 1919, Government of India Act of 1935, India Independence Act of 1947. Please consider option B, Government of India Act of 1919. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha can be removed by a resolution passed by a majority of all the members of Lok Sabha, a majority of all the then members of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, two-thirds majority of the total members of the Lok Sabha, two-thirds majority of the members of the Lok Sabha present and voting. Let's consider option A, a majority of all the members of the Lok Sabha. With reference to the Constitution of India, consider the following statements. The Council of Ministers of Union is responsible to Parliament in general and Lok Sabha specifically. The President of India cannot appoint anyone as Union Minister not recommended by Prime Minister. Choose the correct code. Please consider option C, both 1 and 2. Consider the following statements. In India, the power to promulgate ordinances lies with the President only. The power to declare emergency in a state in India lies with the President only. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option B, 2 only. The power to declare emergency in a state in India lies with the President only. Consider the following statements. The Constitution does not provide for the mechanism of joint sitting in case of state legislature to resolve the disagreement between the two houses over a bill. The Constitution says it is obligatory on the part of the President to give his assent to the reconsidered bill when the bill is reserved by the Governor. When a money bill is presented to the Governor, he has no other choice but to give his assent. Choose the correct code. Please consider option C, 1 only. The Constitution does not provide for the mechanism of joint sitting in case of state legislature to resolve the disagreement between the two houses over a bill. Consider the following statements about the motorists during Indian freedom struggle. Their political activity involved constitutional agitation within the confines of law. Believed that the British never really wanted to be judged to the Indians, even though they were aware of the real conditions. They used the method of prayer and petition, and only if that failed, they resorted to violent means. This answer option B, one only. Their political activity involved constitutional agitation within the confines of law. Which of the following were the driving forces behind the planned development of modern means of transport and communication by the British? Administrative convenience, consideration for defense purpose, economic penetration to unite leaders from different regions together, economic exploitation. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option B 1, 2, 3, and 5. Administrative convenience, considerations for defense purposes, economic penetration, and economic exploitation. Which of the following were the limitations of religious reform movements of the 18th century? They have a narrow social base, and needs of the vast masses of peasantry and the urban poor were ignored. They emphasized on religious and philosophical aspects of the cultural heritage while neglecting other aspects of culture. It resulted in the rise of communal consciousness, which was deviation from the composite culture evolution which India has experienced till then. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option D, all of the above. They had a narrow social base. They emphasized on religious and philosophical aspects. It resulted in the rise of communal consciousness. Consider the following statements about the Theosophical movement. It accepted the Hindu beliefs in reincarnation and karma. It believed that a special relationship could be established between a person's soul and God by offering selfless service to the mankind. Choose the correct code. This answer is option A, one only. It accepted the Hindu beliefs in reincarnation and karma. Who started the magazine Tahzib-ul-Akhlaq to propagate his progressive social ideas? Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Mahmud ul Hasan, Dadabhai Nauroji, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. This answer is option A, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Who among the following said, so far as Bengal is concerned, Vivekananda may be regarded as the spiritual father of modern nationalist movement? Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, Lala Lajpat Rai, Aurobindo Ghosh. His answer is option A, Subhash Chandra Bose. Which of the following term which concerns the use of natural resources efficiently was talked about in Brundtland Report? Sustainable development, carrying capacity, polluter pays principle, common but differentiated responsibilities. Answer option A, sustainable development. The Hyderabad place, which talks about financial commitment to achieve HE targets, is the outcome of which of the following? COP9, COP10, COP11, COP12. Let's consider option C, COP11. Which of the following is not among the 4 coral reef regions of India identified by the government for intensive conservation and management? Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Islands, Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Khambhat. This answer is option D, Gulf of Khambhat. Which of the following are geoengineering methods to fight global warming? Ocean iron fertilization, placing mirrors in space, forestation, cloud seeding, reflective aerosols. Choose the correct code. Let's consider option D, all of the above. Ocean iron fertilization, placing mirrors in space, forestation, cloud seeding, and reflective aerosols. Most of the following missions are included under the Nation Action Plan on Climate Change. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Mission for Sustainable Development, National Water Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission on Sustainable Habitat. Choose the correct code. This answer is option B 1, 3, 4 and 5. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Water Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency and National Mission for Sustainable Habitat. An ecotone is a transition area between two biomes. The species which occur abundantly here are known as S species, priority species, invasive species, endemic species. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए S species. Earth Hour is the biggest movement to protect our planet. It is organized by which of the following organizations? World Wildlife Fund, UNESCO, IUCN, UNEP. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए World Wildlife Fund. Chinnar Wildlife Sanctuary has earned the name for only rehabilitation center for star tortoise is in India. Where is it located? Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए केरला. Consider the following statements. In reserved forest, all activities are prohibited unless permitted. In protected forest, all activities are permitted unless prohibited. A national park is an area which is strictly reserved for the protection of the wildlife and where activities such as forestry, grazing, or cultivation are allowed. Choose the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए 1 and 2 only. In reserved forest, all activities are prohibited unless permitted. Second, in protected forest, all activities are permitted unless prohibited. Consider the below statements with regard to river Chenab. Chenab is the largest tributary of the Indus. It is formed by two streams, the Chandra and the Bhaga. It runs parallel to the Pir Panjal range. Which of the statements given above is correct? इसका आंसर है D 1, 2 and 3. Chenab is the largest tributary of the Indus. It is formed by two streams, the Chandra and the Bhaga, and it runs parallel to the Pir Panjal range. Simsa, Hemvati, Arkavati, Bhavani are tributaries of River Krishna, River Godavari, River Narmada, River Kaveri. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी रिवर कावेरी. Consider the below statement with regard to Himalayan and Peninsular river system. Peninsular rivers are not as long as the Himalayan rivers. Peninsular rivers are smaller in number, whereas Himalayan rivers are larger in number. Himalayan rivers flow more or less straight course and do not change their course. Peninsular rivers are highly navigable as compared to Himalayan rivers. Which of the statements given above is correct? This answer is option A 1 and 2 only. Peninsular rivers are not as long as Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers are smaller in number, whereas Himalayan rivers are larger in number. What are the benefits of temperate cyclone from the Mediterranean Sea to India? It causes rainfall in Punjab and Haryana. It is highly beneficial for kharif crops. It causes torrential rainfall in central parts of India and northern parts of southern peninsula. Both A and B. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए. It causes rainfall in Punjab and Haryana. Which of the below given pairs are rightly matched? Koteswar Dam or Taheri Reservoir, Bhagirathi River, Ranjit Sagar Dam, Chambal River, Dodhan Dam, Ken Betwa River, Govind Vallabh Pant Sagar, Satluj. Choose the appropriate code. This answer is option B, 1 and 3 only. Koteswar or Taheri Reservoir, Bhagirathi River, Dodhan Dam, Ken Betwa River. Consider the diagram below. Letters A, B, C and D in the diagram represent sequential arrangement of basic topographical features along a coast. Identify the correct sequence from the codes given below. Land, continental shelf, continental slope, deep sea plain. Land, continental slope, continental shelf, deep sea plain. Mountain, sea coast, continental slope, deep sea plain. Hill, continental slope, ocean, deep sea plain. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, लैंड, कॉन्टिनेंटल शेल्फ, कॉन्टिनेंटल स्लोप, डीप सी प्लेन. What are the favorable conditions for the river capture to occur? Higher volume of water so that velocity and discharge may be sufficiently high, steep channel gradient, relatively broad valley, more sediment load. Choose the correct answer from the code below. This answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Higher volume of water so that velocity and discharge may be sufficiently high and steep channel gradient. Consider the following. It rises in the Malwa Plateau. It flows northward. It is famous for its badland topography. Identify the correct river from following. River Narmada, River Tapi, River Chambal, River Mahi. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, रिवर चंबल. Arrange the following rivers from north to south. Tapti, Narmada, Krishna, Godavari. Choose the correct answer from the code given below. तो इसमें पहले आएगा हमारा नर्मदा, फिर तप्ती, फिर गोदावरी, कृष्णा, यानी कि ऑप्शन बी 2, 1, 4, 3. Which of the below given are conditions that favor the formation of deltas? Shallow sea adjoining the delta, strong current at the river mouth which leads to formation of tides, active vertical and lateral erosion in the lower course of the river to supply large amount of sediments. Choose the correct answer from the code below. This answer is option A, 1 only, shallow sea adjoining the delta. Which type of island formations are found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands? Coral Island, Volcanic Island, Continental Extension. Select the code from following. This answer is D, all of the above. Coral Island, Volcanic Island and Continental Extension. Which of the following statements are correct about the Tarai belt of northern plains of India? It is the northernmost belt of the Indian plains. Streams coming from the mountains disappear in this region. The region is characterized with moisture. It is a breeding ground for flies and mosquitoes. Select the code from below. This answer is option C, 3 only. The region is characterized with moisture, is a breeding ground for flies and mosquitoes. Which of the following rivers is known as the sorrow of Bihar? Damodar, Son, Kosi, Tista. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, कोसी. Ganga is found with the confluence of two important tributaries, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. The point of confluence of these two rivers is known as Rudraprayag Vishnu Prayag, Karan Prayag, Dev Prayag. This answer is option D, Dev Prayag. Which of the following are the oldest type of rock in Indian strata? Dharwad, Archean, Gondwana, Vindhyan. This answer is B, Archean. Consider the following statements. According to international agreement, standard time meridian is fixed in multiples of 7 degree 30 minutes. Indian standard time is 5 hours and 30 minutes behind the Greenwich Mean Time. 82 degree 30 minutes is the 30 minutes west is the standard time meridian of India. Which of the above statements are correct? This answer is option A, one only. According to international agreement, standard time meridian is fixed in multiples of 7 degree 30 minutes. Which of the following latitudes divides India into two halves? Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, Arctic Circle. This answer is C, Tropic of Cancer. Which one of the following pairs of islands is separated from each other by the 10-degree channel? Andaman and Nicobar, Nicobar and Sumatra, Maldives and Lakshadweep, Sumatra and Java. This answer is option A, Andaman and Nicobar. Seasonal reversal of wind is a typical characteristic of which of the following climate? Equatorial climate, Mediterranean climate, monsoon climate, all of the above. Please consider option C, monsoon climate. Which of the following hills is or are not found in the Himalayan ranges? Annapurna, Kanchenjunga, Mahendragiri, Anaimudi. Select the code from below. Please consider option B, 3 and 4, Mahendragiri and Anaimudi. Consider the following statements. The average elevation of Eastern Ghats is higher than the Western Ghats. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular, while Western Ghats are continuous with very few gaps. Which of the above statements are correct? This answer is B, 2 only. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular, while Western Ghats are continuous with very few gaps. Which of the following statements are correct about third desert of India? They do not receive rainfall because of the presence of Aravalli ranges. The region has scarcity of water and very low vegetation. Select the code from below. Let's consider option C, both 1 and 2. They do not receive rainfall because of the presence of Aravalli ranges, and the region has scarcity of water and very low vegetation. The upland which separates two drainage basins is called mountain range, middle ridge, water divide, watershed. Let's consider option C, water divide. First monsoon burst is called Kal Vaisakhi in which of the following states? Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Maharashtra. This answer is option B, West Bengal. Retreating monsoon causes winter rainfall in northern plains, northeast India, Kerala coast, Tamil Nadu coast. Let's consider option D, Tamil Nadu coast. Which of the following statements are correct about the role of Himalayas on Indian climate? They are barrier to monsoon winds and cause orographic rainfall. They prevent the cold winds from the north to reach India and keep its temperature moderate. Rajasthan does not get rainfall because of this barrier. Select the code from the following. This consider option A, 1 and 2. They are barriers to monsoon winds and cause orographic rainfall. They prevent the cold winds from the north to reach India and keep its temperature moderate. Which of the following channels is the natural waterway to Allahabad to Haldia stretch of Ganga, Dubri Sadia stretch of Brahmaputra, Kottapuram Kollam stretch of West Canal, Lakhimpur to Bhanga stretch of Barak River. This answer is option B, Dubri Sadia stretch of Brahmaputra. Which of the following statements are correct about Bhangar soil? It is old alluvial soil and found on higher elevation than the floodplain. There is formation of calcium nodules called conchers. The soil is infertile and are not suitable for cultivation. Select the code from below. This answer is A, 1 and 2 only. It is old alluvial soil and found on higher elevation than the floodplain. There is formation of calcium nodules called conchers. Kebul Lamjao is India's only floating national park. Which of the following lakes hosts this park? Dal Lake, Waller Lake, Chilika Lake, Loktak Lake. This answer is option D, Loktak Lake. Which of the following correctly explains the meaning of river regimes? The variation in the quantity of water in a river channel throughout the year, the area traversed by the river in its entire course, the topography at the origin of a river, none of the above. This answer is option A, the variation in the quantity of water in a river channel throughout the year. Which of the following statements are correct? Radial drainage pattern. They are found when there is a central depression and acts as a sink of the streams. The rivers flow in circular fashion around the center. Radial drainage is found around Amarkantak mountain in India. Select the code from the following. This answer is option C, 3 only. Radial drainage is found around Amarkantak mountain in India. Which of the following statements are correct? Difference between West Coast and East Coast. West Coast is a submerged coast while East Coast is emergent coast. Deltas are largely found on the East Coast and not on the West Coast. West Coast is suitable for developing natural harbors while East Coast is not. Select the code from following. This answer is option D, all of the above. West Coast is a submerged coast while East Coast is emergent coast. Deltas are largely found on the East Coast and not on the West Coast. West Coast is suitable for developing natural harbors while East Coast is not. Which of the following rivers are flowing in a rift valley? Ganga, Tista, Narmada, Tapi, Luni. तो इसका आंसर है B, 3 and 4, Narmada and Tapi. Which of the following are the oldest mountain ranges of India? Himalayas, Western Ghats, Vindhyas, Aravallis. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, Aravallis. Seasonal rivers are called perennial, ephemeral, antecedent, subsequent. तो इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी, ephemeral. Water Management Index is published by Niti Aayog, Down to Earth, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, नीति आयोग. प्रधानमंत्री अन्नदाता संरक्षण अभियान PM ASAS consists of which of the following sub schemes? Price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme, private procurement and stockist scheme. Select the correct code. इसका आंसर है डी, all of the above. Price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme and private procurement and stockist scheme. Recently, Cabinet approved the second protocol amending the Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement between India and which of the following countries? Thailand, Singapore, Maldives, Mauritius. This answer is option B, Singapore. Consider the following statements about Astra missile. It is a medium-range ramjet supersonic cruise missile that can be launched from submarine and ships. It is the world's fastest anti-ship cruise missile in operation. Select the correct statement. This answer is option D, neither one nor two. Global Skills Park, India's first multi-skills park, is being established in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. This answer is option B, Madhya Pradesh. Consider the following statements about Udyam Abhilasha. It is aimed at inspiring rural youth in aspirational districts identified by Niti Aayog to be entrepreneurs by assisting them to set up their own enterprise. It is launched by Small Industries Development Bank of India in collaboration with World Bank. Select the correct statements. Answer option A, one only. It is aimed at inspiring rural youth in aspirational districts identified by Niti Aayog to be entrepreneurs by assisting them to set up their own enterprise. The management of Hajj pilgrimage comes under the Ministry of Rural Affairs, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Home Affairs. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन ए, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइनॉरिटी अफेयर्स. Hayat Tahrir al-Sham is a militant group operating mainly in Nigeria, Syria, Libya, Lebanon. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन बी, Syria. Which one of the following best describes the term merchant discount rate, sometimes seen in news? The incentive given by a bank to a merchant for accepting payments through debit cards pertaining to the bank, the amount paid back by banks to their customers when they use debit cards for financial transactions for purchasing goods and services, the charge to a merchant by a bank for accepting payments from his customer through the bank's debit cards, the incentive given by the government to merchants for promoting digital payments by their customer through point of sales machines and debit cards. इसका आंसर है सी, the charge to a merchant by a bank for accepting payments from his customer through the bank's debit cards. Which of the following can be considered as an import duty? Countervailing duty, safeguard duty, anti-dumping duty. Select the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन डी, ऑल ऑफ द अबव. Countervailing duty, safeguard duty, anti-dumping duty. Consider the following statements with respect to Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana. It will help farmers learn to manage cattle dung and solid waste in their farms and reuse them as compost. It will also help make villages free of open defecation. Select the correct statements. इसका आंसर है डी, neither one, neither nor two. What is Gripen E recently in the news? Electric plane tested by NASA, reusable rocket designed by ISRO, fighter aircraft offered by Saab, Sweden under Make in India with transfer of technology. तो इसका आंसर है B, space observatory launched by China. A report titled A Glass Half Full, The Promise of Regional Trade and in South Asia estimates India's potential trade in goods with South Asia at 62 billion against the actual trade of 19 billion, which is a mere 3% of its global trade and about $543 billion below its potential. The report is released by World Economic Forum, World Bank, World Trade Organization, none of the above. इसका आंसर है बी, World Bank. Which of the following statements is correct about set-3 initiative? It is a pioneer project in which remote sensing technology is being used for strategic development of horticulture sector as also to increase the farmers' income. It is aimed at promoting compressed biogas as an alternative green transport fuel. It encourages all local guides in India to rate and review public toilets on Google Maps. It aims to promote farmer producers, organization, agri-logistics, processing facilities, and professional management. This answer option B. It is aimed at promoting compressed biogas as an alternative green transport fuel. Consider the following statement with respect to Mujris. It was an ancient seaport and urban center on the Saurashtra coast that dates from at least the 1st century BC. It is found mentioned in the Vedic Tamil Sangam literature. Select the correct code. Let's consider B2 only. It has found mention in the Vedic Tamil Sangam literature. Consider the following statement in respect of saving Asia's vultures from extinction. It is a consortium created to oversee and coordinate conservation camping and fundraising activities to help the plight of South Asia's vulture. It is a joint program of WWF and IUCN. Select the correct code. Let's consider option A. One only. It is a consortium created to oversee and coordinate conservation campaigning and fundraising activities to help the plight of South Asia's vulture. Prespa agreement is associated with Brexit, Catalina, Macedonia, Aqua process. This answer C. Macedonia. What is S-400 Triumph, sometimes seen in news? An Israeli radar system, an American anti-missile system, defense collaboration between Japan and South Korea, long-range surface-to-air missile system by Russia. This answer D. Long-range surface-to-air missile systems by Russia. Consider the following statements about US-Mexico-Canada agreement. It replaces the North American Free Trade Agreement. It has an indefinite time horizon. Select the correct statements. Let's consider option A. One only. It replaces the North American Free Trade Agreement. Universal Safety Oversight and Audit Program is established by International Civil Aviation Organization, Airports Authority of India, Directorate General of Civil Aviation, International Air Transport Association. This answer option A. International Civil Aviation Organization. Which of the following sites are listed under UNESCO Global Geoparks? Varkala Cliff, Chandipur Beach, Loktak Lake. Select the correct code. इसका आंसर है D. None of the above. If Summer is a joint multinational maritime exercise between India, Brazil, Singapore. Select the correct code. This answer है option A. 1 and 2 only. India and Brazil. Consider the following statement with respect to Cox's Bazar. It is one of the largest refugee camps in the world. It is located in Thailand. Select the correct statements. इसका आंसर है option A. 1 only. It is one of the largest refugee camps in the world. Which of the following statements with respect to Asian Development Bank is or are correct? It raises funds through bonds issues on the world's capital markets. It provides direct financial assistance to private sector companies for projects that have clear social benefits beyond the financial rate of return. Select the correct code. इसका आंसर है ऑप्शन सी, both 1 and 2. It raises funds through bond issues on the world's capital markets. It provides direct financial assistance to private sector companies for projects that have clear social benefits beyond the financial rate of return. और इसी के साथ हमारी एक टेस्ट सीरीज़ ख़त्म होता है। तो अगर आप चैनल पर नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और नोटिफिकेशन आइकन पर क्लिक कर दीजिए ताकि आपको सारे वीडियो के अपडेट मिल सके। और आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक कर दीजिए और अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर कीजिए ताकि उन्हें भी हेल्प हो सके। तो हमारा ये वीडियो यहीं तक था। थैंक यू, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।